Look, 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 look. What? What? Ah, an amazing look. And you can make this with just 3 ingredients. And it turns out this spectacular. Possibly the best 3-ingredient dessert you've ever had. Oh, a super delicious and smooth dessert with just 3 ingredients. Hey, sweet tooths, look. What a wonder I have here. A delicious dessert that is made with just 3 ingredients and turns out sensational. It has a thin, slightly dense or crispy layer on top, and a soft, delicious layer underneath. And besides, it's made very, very quickly and easily. What more could you ask for? Yes, let me explain that to you now. So, let's get to it. To prepare this marvel, we're going to use eggs, in this case 6. In addition, 200 grams of sugar, which is about 1 cup, and 1 liter of milk, which is about 5 baking cups. Additionally, optionally, we can use liquid caramel to coat the mold, or a little bit of vanilla essence, although I don't even use the latter. What I would do right now is take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, and that way, I'll always be up to date with all the channel's news. Alright, let's get started with the recipe. First, place the eggs in a large bowl and beat them very well. If you want, you can use a fork or a hand whisk, but if you have an electric whisk like this one, you'll be done in no time. The point is to give it some energy. So it starts to get a bit frothy. It's interesting when you see a layer of bubbles form on top. You add the milk. Simply there, like a stream, you pour it in without stopping whisking. That way, it will incorporate even faster. You could just pour it in, stop whisking, and then start whisking again. But if you do it in a stream, it incorporates at the same time. And we're done, you see. Just add it, and that's it. It's already incorporated. Once the milk is incorporated, today's dessert is super easy. It hardly takes any time at all. Once the milk is in, do the same with the sugar. Add it like this, in a stream, without stopping whisking. And this means that in about 3 minutes total, we've finished whisking the eggs. We've added the milk, mixed in the milk, added the sugar, and it's all blended in so well. In the end, you get something that looks like this. A liquid with a thin layer of white foam on top. But don't worry, this foam that's left on top doesn't bother us at all. We're gonna make sure everything is well mixed, paying close attention to stirring and moving the bottom of the container, because that's where some of the sugar might stay suspended. So remember to stir all the way to the bottom. Then it looks like this, but the foam doesn't bother us. It'll go away later, don't worry. Next, we're going to prepare the mold. We can leave it as is, or add, like I do, a little bit of liquid caramel. I'm telling you, this is optional, but I love it. It gives it a really interesting touch. So I add enough to coat the bottom of the mold and also the sides. If you have a spatula, you can see it gets done in no time. But you can do it directly with your hand. If no one is watching and your hand is very clean, it's fine. Alright, once the mold is well greased, see the sides and bottom? Just pour the cream inside. Right before pouring the contents into the mold, what I do is transfer it to another mold to any other container, but straining it. That way, I make sure there aren't any weird textures left, and any foam that hasn't settled on its own. It goes away just like that. There are tricks that make our lives easier in no time. And now, this strained liquid is what we're going to add to the mold that we'll use for the oven. That's it. So, let's go over there. Let's place the mold. And if you've used caramel, make sure to put something in the middle so the stream doesn't fall too hard, and move the caramel. See? This way it spreads more gently and doesn't move. If you're not using caramel, well, you can just skip this step. Just pour it directly and that's it. Pour, and you're done. Now we're gonna take this tray to the oven, which we've been preheating. That's important. Always make sure the oven is well preheated. In this case, to 170 degrees Celsius or 340 Fahrenheit. We're gonna place it on the lower middle rack and let it cook. Bake it well until, when you insert a toothpick in the center, it comes out clean. So here I go with the tray, which I have right here. You have to move slowly because, as you can see, I filled it too much. I'll probably make a mess in the oven today. Anyway, in it goes. Just bake until a toothpick comes out clean. It usually takes 30 to 60 minutes, depending on the mold, so stay alert. Today's recipe is so easy that it barely has any tricks. The only thing is to really pay attention to the oven. It varies greatly between ovens and molds. So the times are just a bit of a guideline. Mine took 45 minutes, but it could be ready in 30 or 35 minutes, or you might need an hour. That can vary a bit, so stay alert. And when you poke the center with a toothpick and it comes out clean, it's ready. And as I mentioned before, a few drops spilled because I used a mold that was a bit too small. If this happens to you, it's best to clean it while it's still hot, carefully, with a little wipe or a damp cloth. The thing is, if it's still hot, it sticks to the cloth right away. It stays soft, so you can remove it easily. Alright, after this cleaning tip that I don't usually give, let's get on with the recipe, which is almost done. We're going to place the mold directly on a rack to let it cool. Here, we're simply trying to let the temperature drop a little bit. When you can hold it with your hand, without it burning, you can put it in the fridge or refrigerator to finish today's task. We're gonna keep it in the fridge or refrigerator so the flavors can blend together. And it turns out as perfect as possible. You'll see, the flavors come together, the texture improves, so don't miss it. Keep it in the fridge or refrigerator for at least 4 hours, and if you can, overnight. That way, you'll take it up a notch. This dessert, which is already delicious on its own. On the internet, time flies, so we have it. So I'm gonna get this wonderful dessert and show you how it turns out. It looks amazing. Let's unmold it, which is super easy because you don't actually unmold it. You just cut the portions you want and that's it. It's so spectacular it needs no decoration or anything else. A simple dessert, but just look at that slice. Doesn't it look great? And it's just like I always say, just like with people, what's important about desserts is also on the inside. Look at that slice. What a show. It's so soft the spoon slides right through it under its own weight, and it disappears with every spoonful. Be careful, because if someone gets close to the fridge and you don't see them, maybe later what you won't see is the dessert itself. This is delicious. I hope you really like this recipe, that you take note and try it, because it's the kind of recipe you'll make many times. Easy to make, very cheap, no complications, and the result is fantastic. Go for it, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. The video is almost over, but before it ends, I'm gonna try this wonder with you and share my impressions. Let's go. Look, it's so soft, really soft. Now, let's try it. Wow. I love it. It's a little less smooth than a traditional flan, and it has this thin layer on top that gives it a bit of texture. But it's very similar. So fresh, so tasty, so good. Before I eat it all, because I just can't wait, let me ask you. Do you like desserts made just with milk, eggs, and sugar, like flan, leche asada, and similar ones? Well, if you have a slightly different version, tell me down below in the comments so I can learn with you. In the meantime, looks great, right? You need to watch this video. You'll love it. If you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Click here, it's free, turn on the bell and notifications. And every Wednesday and Saturday, you'll get notified that we have another delicious recipe for you. And down here, my Savory Recipes channel.